What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Tools Down Under. If you haven't seen it already, you've been living under a rock because the Banlist for January 2020 has finally been announced. We've been waiting for it for a while and I wanted to give you my reactions. Enjoy the video. We're on the Konami page and we're ready to have a look. I have seen a few snippets online, I'm not going to lie to you about that, but I haven't seen the extent of the list. I've seen notifications all over YouTube and Facebook about the ban list being announced, but I wanted to hold off to give you my personal and live thoughts about what was going on. So let's scroll down. So this list is effective from the 20th of the 1st, which is Monday this week. And the next no sooner than date is March 30, so 2 days before April 1st. Everything still looks fine, band card wise. Okay, we have the first one. It is Orcus Harp Horror. That's actually really interesting for the deck. I'm an Orcus player myself. Well, I don't think it's going to kill the deck entirely. I do think the deck is going to be severely crippled by that kind of hit. Let's keep scrolling down. Okay, that's all for the normal monsters. Thunder Dragon Colossus. Wow. Talk about destroying the metagame. I know in my prediction video I had Colossus going to 1. I did not think Konami would do this to the deck. Let's keep going. Electromite. It is game over, my friend. Good luck playing Pendulums now. Wow, that is a big hit. That is 3 out of the 4 most played decks so far. What else is on the list? Ib, the World Chalice Justice. Wow, that card and Tempest. Okay, we knew Tempest was probably going to go because of the FTK that it would be bringing about. But Ib, I didn't think Ib was that powerful. Yeah, it can get you to World Legacy Guard Dragon pretty quickly, but wow. As a thought, okay, and Mirage Studio. Does that make Salomon Great unplayable? Salomon Great players, in the comments down below, can you still play the deck? I would have thought the rank 3s to get that special summon from the deck would be quite valuable. What's the plan now? Brilliant Fusion. Interesting hit, Konami. People were still playing it at 1. I'm not sure why you would take it out of the game altogether. What else have we? Mobilize, engage. Every single top meta deck, their power card has been hit. I still think Orcus, out of all of the top decks, have a little bit of wiggle room to stay in the meta game, but I think the Sky Striker deck without engage is actually going to be quite hard to play, if they can play it at all. Mirage Dalio, like Salomon Great need that card. It's one of the only ways to get to Gazelle consistently now. That's tough. That is tough. And no Forbidden Trap cards. Let's get onto the limited list. Danger Nessie, but only Nessie. Okay, so we've gone from a 6-card Danger Engine to a 5-card Danger Engine. Unless we put in a Mothman, which isn't going to change that much at all. Pancratops to 1 is interesting. I do know they did that in the OCG and it seems to be working okay, but I'm pretty sure it is now back at 3 from the last list. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Dimian. Wow, Pendulums absolutely... They weren't doing that much and they got absolutely shafted. Fuck. That's insane. True King, Lithosagem, the Disaster. Interesting. Good to see that it's back off the list. I do think that's going to mean some type of other hit for the Dracos. And extra deck. Okay, Card of Demise to 1. Draco players are not going to be happy with that. Dragonic Diagram, okay, it makes sense now that Litho Sajum is back off the list. Dragonic Diagram has gone down to 1. True King players, it's time to hang up the boots and pick a new strategy. Into the Void, okay, so the other 3 copies of Upstart Goblin have now turned into 1. What are we going to find to play next? That is the question. Pot of Avarice, I did call this one in my prediction video. I am glad this one's back. It does give some late game recurability, and it does let you put some extra deck stuff back into your extra deck and give you a couple of draws off that. I think it'll go okay. I really do. Pantheism is still at 1, unfortunately. Zekka's Light. Wow, really hitting those draw cards this time around. Red Reboot. Okay. Let's have a look at the semi-limited list. It is still pretty short. We have Deep Sea Diva. We knew that was coming back after the new support got announced, but the big one here is Tour Guide from the Underworld. Rejoice Rank 3 Engines, BA, Lair of Darkness decks with the new support coming out. Tour Guide coming back to 2 is a big plus for you. I want to have a look at the market price on some of those Ultimate Rares from Astral Pack 6 now, because I'm sure they have just shot through the roof. And strangely enough, Mind Control has gone from 3 to 2. I don't know if that makes sense. It's still fairly usable at 2. People will still definitely use it. I know I probably will. Maybe 1 would have been a better option. Let's have a look at the unlimited list. Dark Dragon gone from 2 to 3, which is awesome. Lady Debug. I guess the hit to Mirage Stallion made them think that it was good enough to bring back. Not to mention the fact that there is a lot of Cyber support still to come out, and I'm sure they're going to try and sell those strategies in Ignition Assault. Morphing Jar number 2. I don't think anyone is going to empty jar deck people. Damage Juggler, it was a matter of time. It was already at 2 anyway. Tribe Infecting Virus has finally come back. Now Konami will see that it's not going to do anything in the game. We have Kagari back at 3. Makes sense when Sky Striker Mobilize Engage is out of the game now. Book of Moon has finally come back to 3. We've been calling this one for a long time. It is now here. This is going to be an interesting format to see whether or not it's actually going to make its way back into the meta when we can see it a lot more often and more consistently as a 3-of. The Phantom Knights rank up Magic launch. Azathoth's gone. I think it's okay. The one combo to watch with this one will be if it can be searched out by any of the Phantom Knight monsters. It's going to be interesting to see if your Dingirsu is going to rank up into the VFD or the True King of All Calamities in the TCG. That could be pretty messy at times, but I do think that it's time for that one to come back as well. Solemn Warning back to 3. Wow, that is huge. We now have the entire Solemn Brigade back. Soul Drain, yeah, I guess a lot of graveyard reliant decks, a lot of graveyard effects. Bringing this card back to 3, probably a good move as well. Wow, I don't really know what to say to this. This list was definitely a hard reset on the metagame. I am unsure as to how the game is going to recover from this. We do have some new stuff coming out soon, but it definitely looks like Konami are trying to push those new decks. John Moore at House of Champs said in a video late last year that a big ban list wouldn't be enough to save the game. Let's see in the next couple of weeks to see if he was right or whether he was wrong. Because if any list is going to save the way the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is being played at the moment, this list could be the one to do that. I just can't get over how many of those top decks were actually hit in the process of this list. I'm gonna have to take some time to work out where to go from here in regards to deck building. But on a final note, the decks that do look like they still have potential in the upcoming format, we have control-based strategies like Subterra. Didn't really get hit at all besides Red Reboot. Same goes for Altergeists. They should be okay to play. I am going to pick up my Infernoid deck again just to see how they run. Now with Thunder Dragons out of the game, as well as Orcust, I do believe that people are going to be siding lands here a lot less, and that is really what crippled the Infernoid strategy. The one winner, I think, on this list is going to be Elemental Heroes, and I'm so glad that I've picked up all of my stuff for that. So I'm looking forward to getting that deck together and really giving it a shot in the next format. Will it finally be able to reach that tier 1 status that we've been hoping it could get to for a long time again? That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the list. It is a big one. 7 or so cards banned, even more limited, and quite a few actually coming off the list altogether, which is fantastic to see Konami releasing some of those old problematic cards into a format where they're not going to be problems anymore. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned, and I will be hopefully bringing you my 5 top decks for the upcoming meta. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.